Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing with some transparent faces and making some fun marks in our journals. So I'm just starting off in my craft journal. You can see I've already got a little bit of a background happening. This is just paint, excess paint that I had in my journal, and I decided that I was just going to add to it. So grabbed out a thick brush, popped on some brush strokes, and this is quite often what I do with my excess paint on a use it up page, which is basically what this is. If I've got any sort of leftover paint after doing a project, I'll just go in and add it into my journal. When I'm making marks in my journal, I like to grab out lots of different paint brushes, lots of different sizes. My brushes aren't of the best quality, some of them. Quite a lot of them are just kids' brushes from our local dollar shop in lots of different sizes, because I don't feel bad if I ruin them. Not that I tend to, but they do sit in water quite a lot of the time. So when I grab El Cheapo brushes, it means that I can also sort of press them in different ways, or twirl them around, or basically, make a mess of them. And it doesn't bother me as much as if I'd spent lots and lots of money on it. So just some really simple marks in the background. That's all it is, just using paintbrush strokes. On the other side where the blue is, you can see there's a little bit of stenciling. That's it. It was just paint that I need to use up that had been painted down, put a little bit of stenciling over it. These are the transparencies from Dina Wakely, her first face set. They've got some quite large faces in it, and they make great focal points. Now, I've always been a little bit afraid of using transparencies in my artwork, in the fact that I thought I'd always see the glue, but I've found that that hasn't necessarily been the case all the time. I do like to add some detail to the eyes, and I find that that works if I put it on the back of my image. So it's not going to chip off or not smudge off, because it will dry, but sometimes you can accidentally sort of scratch it off. So if I put it on the back side of my image, it means it's protected. You'll notice when I put the glue on my transparency, I put it mostly on the printed parts. So if it did accidentally seep out, that was okay, but most of it was hidden away by the printed areas of my page. When I have finished, I'm just going to add a little bit of stamping onto my image to help blend it into the page. So one of my pet peeves, I suppose, is having sort of floating heads on my work. So I have created a really simple body just using my Stabilo oil pencil, and then added some stamping just to sort of help blend it all together a little bit. I then have gone in and sort of drawn on a head, or the top of the head, so again it sort of looks a little bit finished. I'm using once I was happy with where my lines were with my Stabilo oil pencil, I've gone in with a paint pen just to sharpen those lines up again. Now I was finding that the left hand side of my image was kind of looking a little bit lost, I think, because the right hand side had that sort of big black line on it. The left-hand side was just looking a little bit unbalanced, so I was sort of considering what I could do there. I also put some stamped hearts on my image. Quite often when I'm doing abstract images, I will put a heart shape, whether it's through washi or drawing a heart or cutting a little heart out. Don't know why, it's just something that makes me happy, so I tend to do it. I have found a quote that I want to write on this page, and I'm just writing out using really sort of skinny long letters onto my journal. So using my fine black pen and writing it straight out. Don't forget, while you're busy doubting yourself, someone else is admiring your work or admiring your strength. I don't know about any... I spelled strength wrong, didn't I? Yeah, I always spell strength wrong. Good old teacher there. I will go back and fix it at some stage. What was I going to say? Got distracted by a spelling mistake. Yes, I am a chronic overthinker. I'm chronically thinking what are they thinking? What are they thinking? What are they thinking? As I am getting older, I'm getting a little bit better going, well, I'm not thinking about them. They're probably thinking about themselves as well. But it's very hard to get out of that mindset. So that quote really sort of struck me, particularly sort of on such a simple page like that. I find that the quote is often more important to me than the imagery that I've put on the page. While I've done my writing, I'm just going in with my white pen just to highlight it, and then I decided I wanted to fill in the little circles on my letters just to make it a little bit more chunky, a little bit more, I don't know, something different. And I like the little, it sort of adds to that mic making effect in the background. So I quite like it. Then going in with a little bit of splatter, just using the black gloss spray for that. I decided to then add a circle. This is another transparency that I've cut out and added onto the eye just to help balance that page up a little bit. And I'm really glad that I ended up doing that because it sort of really finished it off. So I hope you have a go. Just make really some simple marks in the back of the page using your paintbrushes. Play around with using a transparency if you've got your hands on them, even if you stamp something out on them and glue them down. They're a lot more versatile than you expect, and the glue doesn't show, which is awesome. Till next time, bye for now.